Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Global Issues on Al Hikmat TV 24/7 online. Today it's indeed a pleasure to have with us in Al Hikmat studio Mr. Murray Fisher. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you with us, and to let you viewers out there know, Mr. Murray Fisher is the Executive Director of Legal Shield. Legal Shield has a lot of benefits, and a lot of benefits you would hear about in details from Mr. Murray himself pertaining to legal identity protection, theft protection, restoration services, etc., etc. So this is something that is very interesting for people out there. Every day, every minute of your life, there's some kind of need, some sort of need when it comes to legal protection, whether it's buying a property, buying a motor car, whatever it may be. We definitely need legal advice on these issues. So, Mr. Murray Fisher, tell us, how many years now have you been in this?
Wow, I've been with Legal Shield since 1996.
Interesting. Since 1996?
Yes.
And how long now has this business been around?
Legal Shield's been established in 1972.
And what areas do they service?
We service the United States and Canada.
Interesting, interesting. What motivated you to get into this?
I was a business owner, and a representative came in and introduced me to Legal Shield. That same day, I'd gotten a bill from my attorney to write a letter, review a contract, and my attorney wanted to charge me $450. I'd already had the work done. Blair, who introduced me to this service, I said, well, if I had Legal Shield, what would it have cost me? And he said, nothing. I said, write me up. It was that simple. I had access to attorneys for any legal or identity theft issue whatsoever, from a consultation to reviewing a contract, writing a legal letter, going to court and representing me if I get a moving traffic violation, an IRS audit, doing my will, living will, power of attorney, representing me in court if I'm sued. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's legal and identity protection. It gives you peace of mind to know that you're protected wherever you go in the United States or Canada.
So what business were you in before you got involved with Legal Shield?
I was in the automobile repair business.
Okay.
I was really a mechanic by trade. And I always needed assistance from attorneys because I was doing a lot of business issues. You know, I was buying homes, renting up, whatever it is. But even for everyday issues, you know, you have a problem with a warranty, company won't stand behind it. You want to buy or sell a home, you need an attorney. You want to rent a piece of property, you need an attorney to review that contract. The contract is standard for the person that gave it to you, but now we want to make it standard for you. So your attorney will review that contract, tell you what to put in, what to take out, so that it now becomes standard for you, and it evens the playing field.
So when you got involved in Legal Shield, that's what you do, and that's what you concentrate on now?
Right. And I basically market this all over the United States and Canada. I have accounts all over the United States and Canada. I have individual accounts. I have group accounts where I go in and offer this to employees as a voluntary employee benefit. It's been proven through studies that companies that offer this to their employees have reduced absenteeism because the employee doesn't have to take off work to figure out how, what, when, and where. It increases productivity. The employee is still working because our attorney is handling the situation for him. It gives them peace of mind. And it not only covers the employee, it covers their spouse or significant other and dependent children.
So if someone has a case and they go to one of these attorneys, they got to pay the attorney their fees separate. Is that how it works?
If you're sued as a member,
right,
our membership includes representing you. If you have a lawsuit and then become a member, you pay a reduced rate. That rate is dependent on the type of lawsuit you have.
Right.
And of course, if you want to sue somebody, you pay a reduced rate. But the most important thing is, if you're sued as a member, we will represent you, and there's minimum costs.
That's the point. So the cost, the key thing here is we got authentic attorneys. That's number one.
The average attorney has 22 years experience, our
Excellent.
average attorney.
And the cost is going to definitely be less than what you pay a regular attorney.
Absolutely. But remember, the majority of our services there's no charge for. For example, there's no charge for reviewing contracts. There's no charge for writing legal letters. If you need a letter to a company or an individual, you're going to have a more positive resolution if that letter comes from an attorney or you write it yourself.
Yes.
There's no charge for those services. We're going to do your will, living will, power of attorney, advance directive. There's no charge for that. If you're unfortunate enough to get a moving traffic violation, we're going to represent you in court. There's no charge for that. Uncontested divorce, separation, name change, adoption, annulment. There's no charge for that. That's all included in our membership of less than $1 a day.
Wow.
That will cover you, your family, legally. I mean, it's just it's an amazing program. It gives you peace of mind to know that wherever you go, you have unlimited access to a qualified attorney that specializes in the issue you have. If you're sued, we're going to represent you. There's minimum cost involved. And if you have an IRS audit, we're going to represent you. You have an IRS audit, you don't want to go to the audit. You want your attorney to go for you. As a member of Legal Shield, you're covered. It's that simple.
So that's what Legal Shield is all about. You become a member.
We put a shield around your membership and we protect you legally and from identity theft. Our identity theft program is...
Tell us a little bit about it, because I want to go into some of these programs individually, so viewers, we got viewers worldwide and they got relatives that live in America. By the way, this program, does it only include people who live in America and Canada?
It covers residents of the United States and Canada. So even if you live overseas...
Right, but you are a resident.
You have a resident or you have an address here with a social security number or a federal ID number, you can become a member. Yes.
So that's an interesting question. So yes, you got to have a citizenship, residency, or some sort of legal presence in the United States.
Correct. Correct. Or at least an address of a relative or something like that. So you could get the membership.
So if a person lives abroad, but
Yes.
has a property here, owns a property, bought a property, and has his or her address on that property, now that is a legal status.
Correct.
Here.
They could become a member.
So that person can become a member, because
Yes.
we have a lot of people like that live abroad for business reasons.
I already have members that live overseas and have the membership here because they have properties here
they
and businesses
invest in
here.
the United States of America.
Correct.
And I mean, it's only natural they will have legal issues.
Correct.
Buying the property, legal technicalities,
Correct.
theft, identity,
Correct.
whatever. So good. So that is important for our viewers out there
Yes.
to know that, well, here is something that can benefit them. Tell us a little more. So you become, okay, we're going to take this in steps. You become a member. How do you become a member of Legal Shield? And you were saying when you become a member of Legal Shield, you have an issue, a legal issue, something of legal technicalities, advice, consultancy, whatever you need, you have access to these varieties of attorneys to assist you in whatever the matters are.
That is correct.
Right. Do you guys do immigration services also?
We're a full service law firm. Anything legal whatsoever. It can be from a simple consultation, immigration.
Also, a person is a member of Legal Shield, their immigration legal services fees will be less.
And most times there's no charge because we can tell you what needs to be done. And if you're able to do it yourself without having the attorney do it, the attorney just checks it, there's no charge.
Right. I mean, you got the
forms.
the ICE fees of immigration, customs, and
That that you're going to have to pay.
Yeah, ICIS or whatever you
Right.
call it.
That has nothing to do with
that's
us.
definite.
But we'll give you the legal advice and tell you how to go about it, what to do, what forms to fill out, where to send them, and there's no charge for any of that.
But that's interesting. There are a lot of people who want to adjust their status, and they got to pay all these fees by an
Right.
immigration lawyer, whereas being a member of Legal Shield,
There's no
you
charge.
simply consult one of the lawyers
Correct.
of Legal Shield.
And they will tell you how to do it, what documents you need filled out, where you send them, the amount of fees you have to pay to the government, not to us. And we don't charge for that service. It's an amazing program.
That's amazing. I like that. That's, and especially people who are, what I say, immigrants to America.
Okay.
I mean, everybody got this, whether
Right.
you're born in America, forefathers from America, everybody got needs for legal assistance in different categories.
Because our life is legal. No matter what you do today, there's a legal, it's a legal issue.
Yeah.
You could be renting an apartment. You need to sign a contract.
Yeah.
It just, it goes on and on.
Yes.
You have a dispute with a company over a warranty issue. A letter or a phone call coming from an attorney is going to have a more positive resolution with your issue than if you do it yourself.
Which makes sense. I mean, people need authenticity. And you could be living here 100 years. You will have more properties, legal issues for your children, your
Absolutely.
siblings. You need it there.
Absolutely.
You are an immigrant to the United States of America. You need immigration assistance. You need
Yes.
new properties.
Yes.
New things you're getting involved. You want to get this, you want to get that. So it's such a dire need. So tell us a little bit about identity theft. A person buys, or maybe our viewers probably want to know, how do you first become
Okay.
a member of Legal Shield?
Just to capitalize on something you just said, because you mentioned all these services.
I know, there are so many services.
It's on unlimited service. It's not that you can only use one service a month or you have to be a member for months. You can become a member on a Monday, and Tuesday you have access to these services. Now, to answer your question about identity theft, most people think identity theft is their credit card, their bank account, or their credit report. And that represents 18% of identity theft. People that think that are 100% wrong. You also have the other 82% of identity theft. So, for example, credit card identity theft, which everybody's familiar with because it happens to everybody,
Yeah.
is 18% of identity theft. Medical identity theft is just under 40%.
What is medical identity theft?
Medical identity theft is used to reproduce you. If I get a hold of your medical identity theft,
Right.
I have your name, address, social, date of birth. If you have children, I have their names and their socials. And if you have a spouse, I have their names and their socials. I have a copy of your driver's license. I have a copy of your insurance card. So what do? I now have your information, all your name, your address, the whole thing. I can create tax fraud, which the federal government admits the majority of tax fraud originates from somebody having access to your medical identity.
Right.
Okay? I not only can create tax fraud, but I can recreate you. I have your driver's license. Now I put my picture in it. I'm driving around. I get a ticket. It shows me with your information. It goes on your record, not mine. I get arrested. I'm taken to jail. I give them my driver's license with my picture. They let me out of jail because I posted bond, but I don't come back. The warrant is issued to the person whose information is on that driver's license.
Interesting.
We laugh. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to educate you. But go into Google and put in medical identity theft. Go into Google and put in driver's license identity theft. I mean, it goes on and on. I'm now getting medical care. I don't feel good. I go to the hospital. I show them your medical card with my picture. They treat me. All of a sudden, my medical information is going into your medical database. How many of you have pulled your medical database to check it like you pull your credit card, your credit report, to check your financial status? You have to do it. Majority of people don't even know they have access to their medical identity theft report.
So we have another problem, as you mentioned that, Social Security. I hear of people telling me that somebody has had their Social Security number.
Absolutely. The number 2 identity theft in the country is dependent children. You have a child. When's the last time you pulled their credit monitoring report? Probably never. So they turn 17 years old. They're applying for a student loan or a credit card. They can't get it because somebody stole their identity. The number 3 identity theft in the country is driver's license identity theft. I already explained that.
Yes.
I get a hold of your driver's license, I put my picture in it, and all of a sudden, I'm driving around under your information.
So Legal Shield lawyers will help resolve all these issues.
If you're a member of our identity theft program, when your identity is stolen, and it's estimated by the federal government that 1 out of 3 people will have their identity stolen this year, the federal government states the majority of people that have been victims of identity theft, it's going to happen multiple times. As a member of our identity theft program, when you become a victim of identity theft, our private investigators from Kroll, which is the largest investigative firm in the world, Kroll, will do whatever it takes to completely restore your identity, spending up to $5 million. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's full restoration. You become a victim, we fix it. Case closed. I have people say, well, I get free monitoring. I get it free from my credit card. I was a victim and they're monitoring me for 2 years. What they're monitoring is your credit cards and your credit report. That's 18% of identity theft. They don't do 19%. They don't do 100%. They're doing 18% of identity theft. You're getting the monitoring. What about the other 82%? Majority of people that have had their information breached and are getting that free monitoring service from a company are becoming victims in the other 82% areas of identity theft. So you need full protection. It's a necessary element today. I don't care who you are, rich, poor, in between. You're going to become a victim of identity theft if you haven't already. People don't steal your identity because they want your money. People steal your identity because they want to reproduce you and get money.
Oh, let's say someone stole your wallet and took your credit cards.
If you're a member of Legal Shield,
yes,
we will help you through that process. It's called lost wallet replacement. That's a benefit that we offer to our identity members.
So you report the case to the police, and then what happens next?
Legal Shield will help you prepare the documents that's needed and assist you in getting back all your your credit cards, and notifying all the companies involved. Your driver's license, your social security card, your medical card. It's a nightmare. It's your worst nightmare. You have a company that's going to assist you in doing that at no additional charge.
That is really wonderful. So we have been speaking for almost 28 minutes now. Interesting. No, well, not 20, 18 minutes, almost 20.
We could go on and on.
I know that this is really phenomenal. It's very beneficial. It is such a need in society nowadays. But before we go on a short commercial break, we got to come back. We got to go on a break. What does it cost a person to become a member of Legal
And that's
Shield?
a great question. The legal program is $24.95 a month. There's no sign-up fees. There's no contract to sign. It's $24.95 a month. And an average of 83% of our customers stay with us year after year after year without a contract. Our identity theft program is $9.95 a month. Same thing. No sign-up fees, no contracts. And 83% of our customers stay with us year after year after year. That's it.
All right. So when we come back, I would like to ask you about some other services, some of the other services, other benefits that a member can get by joining Legal Shield services.
Yes.
I know there are a lot of other benefits a person can attain and enjoy by being a member. So for our viewers out there, we have been speaking to Mr. Murray Fisher, who is the Executive Director of Legal Shield, a very beneficial service in society today, in need for humanity wherever in the world, but right now this serves North America, Canada, and America. And as he said during the interview, if someone owns a property here in America or in Canada, they can also become, or he or she can become, a member. When we come back after the short break, we want to continue this conversation and find out some other areas of benefits that Legal Shield offers. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. Allah gives hikmat, wisdom, to whomsoever He wills. And whomsoever is given wisdom is certainly given a lot of good. Only the people of understanding will benefit from the reminder. Tune in to Al-Hikmah TV for khutbahs, lectures, and Islamic reminders. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Global Issues on Al-Hikmah TV 24/7 online. Once more, it is indeed a pleasure to have with us in Al-Hikmah studio Mr. Murray Fisher. And Mr. Murray Fisher is the Executive Director of Legal Shield. Those of you who were listening to the program before we went on the short break, I'm sure you would have benefited a lot from the discussion, and you can see how many areas you can benefit from. So we're going to continue the discussion on some other benefits and areas of benefits that members of Legal Shield can benefit from. So again, once more, Mr. Murray Fisher, welcome and thank you to be with us.
Thank you.
It is indeed a pleasure. So, for the benefit of some of our viewers who probably were not on before we went on the commercial break, in a nutshell, being a member of Legal Shield, technically and practically speaking, benefits someone in all different areas of legal issues and matters.
Yes, basically Legal Shield protects you legally and from identity theft.
Identity theft.
And that pretty much covers it, and all the issues that arise out of any of those issues.
Okay, so well, you see, a lot of people may not understand what identity theft is. They may think identity theft simply means someone broke into your home, stole something. I mean, you and I understand that.
Right.
Someone took your ID card, took your passport. But we're also talking about a person. You see, sometimes people may not think that identity theft can be secure in a proper will.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't have that will done properly, it's some of your siblings would have steal what belongs to you.
And it does happen, and that's why we provide every member.
And people may not think that falls under identity theft. So could we read and spell a little bit? So a member of Legal Shield benefits by having an attorney set up a will for them.
Yes, every member gets at no charge their will, living will, power of attorney, advance directive made up for them as soon as they become a member. There's no charge for that.
Oh, no charge to do a will?
Correct.
Wow.
The monthly services cover unlimited consultations, reviewing contracts up to 15 pages long, writing legal letters, representing you in court if you get a moving traffic violation, doing...
So what do you mean? You do not have to go to ticket clinic?
Correct. You don't go to ticket clinic.
If you're a member of Legal Shield?
Legal Shield will go to court for you, and you will not get a bill afterwards.
Wow.
We also give you a mobile app that you download when you become a member. And if you're unfortunate enough to get that moving traffic violation, you take a picture of that summons, and it automatically gets sent into your attorney. It's an amazing service.
Wow.
We give you peace of mind because we protect you legally and from identity theft.
What do you mean by restoration services?
When you become a victim of identity theft, and I'm not talking getting your credit card hacked, somebody steals your medical identity, someone steals your driver's license, your medical license, your medical card, your passport information, your tax information. whatever it is, we have licensed investigators from Kroll, which is the largest investigative firm in the world. And they will do whatever's necessary for as long as it takes, spending up to $5 million to completely restore your identity. There is no charge for that. The majority of people that join our program, majority of them, are victims of identity theft. They didn't even know it. Because most people think identity theft is their credit card, their credit report.
Right.
That's only 18% of identity theft.
Yeah.
There's another 82% out there.
Yes.
We cover it all. We don't have any competition because there's no one company that provides all the services that we provide for the amount of monies that we charge. You can buy some of our services here, and some here.
So,
But we put it all together and give you one program that covers it all.
Excellent.
100%.
So would Legal Shield also help a person to get back their lost money from a credit card that has been used?
Absolutely. That's part of our services. We'll help you to recover any monies that you were charged.
They will work with the necessary banks to make sure your cards that someone ran out of theft, of course, and
We will do that, and you're not going to get a bill at the end of the month. It's included in your membership. We protect you from identity theft. And when it happens, we'll fix it at no additional charge with a $5 million guarantee, and we're less monies than every company out there. There's no company out there that provides all the services for the amount of monies we charge. And we've been in business since 1972.
Of course,
so we're
of
doing
course.
something right.
no, you definitely got to be doing something right. That is interesting. As long as you're over 40 years in the market, you're all right.
I would say so.
I think so too. So tell us, what other services do you offer?
When you become a member, we give you a secure website to keep your legal documents in, to keep your identity documents in. You have access to this secure website 24/7. We also give you access to your credit reports and your score 24/7. You can look at it at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not going to affect your score. You have unlimited access to your credit report and your credit score. We also give you a mobile app that lets you control your membership from your cell phone. We also give you corporate discounts in over 500 categories. And again, these benefits are included with the membership at no additional charge.
Yeah, I saw some of that here. And
When you become a member
Yes.
of Legal Shield, you have access to over 500 categories of discounts.
Wow.
From clothing.
Yeah, will you get a membership card?
You get a membership card.
Okay.
You get a member number.
Yeah.
You can become a member on a Monday. On Tuesday, you want to buy or lease a car. You call Legal Shield. You ask them what dealers are they working with in your area. You go to that dealer. You make your best deal. And afterwards, you send the paperwork into Legal Shield. And within a couple of weeks, you're going to get a loyalty check for $500. You've only been a member one day.
But it got to be a brand new car, right?
It can be a brand new car, right, a new car or a lease.
Okay, so tell me something, like what companies you deal with automotive?
In every geographical area, there's hundreds of companies that we deal with. Make a phone call. We'll tell you what companies we deal with. Go to them. You don't have to tell them you're a Legal Shield member. You just go in, make your best deal, send us the paperwork afterwards, $500 loyalty bonus. The same thing with a mortgage.
Whoa.
You need a mortgage? You want to refinance a mortgage? Call us up. We'll tell you who we're dealing with. Make your best deal. And afterwards, we'll give you a $500 loyalty bonus. You can be a member one day, and the next day you decide you want to go for a mortgage. I mean, it's an amazing benefit. And that money is fully earned. We don't take any of it back. So, you have a cell phone. We give discounts to T-Mobile, AT&T, and Sprint. It just goes on and on. Food. tickets and entertainment.
Yeah, tell us about traveling tickets, right?
Traveling. I went to Italy a little over a year ago, and I found a flight on Alitalia Airlines. I found that same flight through Legal Shield, and it cost me about 30% less. The same time and the same flight number.
Are you kidding?
I went
Same
through Legal
airline?
Shield, same Italia Airlines, Alitalia, 30% less. Office supplies, insurance companies that will give you discounts, home services, every kind of category you can think of is included in our corporate benefits plan, and you don't pay for it. You know, movie theater tickets, it just goes on and on.
So, traveling, you got a membership as a member of Legal Shield.
The way it works is if you're doing traveling,
Yes, you're going to book an airline flight.
correct, you go into the Legal Shield benefits, corporate benefits program, you click on travel, and it looks just like any other travel site. You put in the date you're leaving, the time, when you're coming back, and it'll open up and give you the different flights that are available. Choose the flight you want. It's that simple. Or the same thing with a rental car or a hotel.
When you say corporate benefit, so therefore this offer is for corporations?
No, this is for individuals.
Individual membership.
But it's a membership in our corporate discount plan.
Oh.
So we give you access in over 500 categories of corporate discounts that you as an individual can get.
Because Legal Shield got the corporate discount.
Correct.
So the members benefit from that discount.
Correct. That is correct.
Excellent. That
For
is-
example, I'm going to Vermont for a wedding in June. I made my airline tickets and my car rental travel arrangements through the Legal Shield website.
Right. And you just save 30%.
And I say, well, you know,
average.
it varies. Some is more, some is less. That particular flight to Italy was 30% less, but it varies. And then I compare it and I save money.
And it's all about, I mean,
It's all about saving money, absolutely.
What you save today is what you make.
Isn't that the truth?
What you save is what you make, and a lot of people don't realize that, because you can be making a lot, but you're losing
And
a lot.
spending a lot.
Yeah.
So, you know, it pays to be aware.
That's, well, I think we really enjoyed listening to whatever you had to share with our viewers worldwide today. And as a man who has been in this for many, many, many years, over 22 years, right?
Since 96, so
Yeah.
22. Actually, April 22nd was the day I signed up in 1996. So
Wow.
that puts me, I think, at 23 years or 24 years. I mean, that's a long time. That's a long time.
No,
let me
that's a
tell
long
you.
time to be
Yeah.
with a company. When it comes to the situation about buying a property, because this is something a lot of people are into. They want to buy a property.
Okay.
And then you have lawyers' fees so much, their real estate fee so much, the realtor, the real estate, all the different agencies. A person wants to buy a property.
And that's
How do they go about?
And that's a good
doing
question
that?
because just this week I saw a home in Hillsborough, Florida, and this morning I called Legal Shield because I'm a member,
Right.
and the intake person took my information, you know, verified that it was me, and said, "Why are you calling?" I said, "I need an attorney because I'm in the midst of buying a home and I want to make an offer to the owner. So I want to get things rolling so I can get a proposal, a contract made up." And he, of course, he took my contact information, and an attorney will call me back. Usually, if I call the law firm in the morning, they call back in the afternoon. If I call them in the afternoon, they'll call back the next morning. And I wanted to open up this case and get it going so that I can have all the documents available to me as I need them.
So they will help you or help provide the necessary things that are available for that property. This is how much it costs. This is where it is. If you have to buy it, Legal Shield lawyers are going to be the
The
lawyers behind it?
The great thing about Legal Shield is they'll give me the advice on what I need to make the offer to this person that owns the house. They'll review the purchase agreement and they'll tell me what to take out and what to put in. I'm not going to get a bill at the end of the month. If I need title insurance, they'll provide me the title insurance. If documents have to be recorded, they can do it for me and they'll charge me accordingly, or they can tell me what documents have to be recorded and I can record it and save the fees. So it just depends on what your expertise is. They can do the whole job for you, or they can advise you on how to do it.
Okay, okay. So the bottom line, it saves you money and it saves you time from jumping around to different people and getting different
Correct,
advice.
because the law firms have what they call in-house title companies, which
Right.
can do all or part of the deal, the purchase or the sale that you want them to do. When you buy or sell a home, you need an attorney. The question is, are you qualified to do some of it yourself, or do you need the attorneys to do it for you? It's your choice.
Yeah, yeah. I think that is really, really ideal. I mean, I must say, I enjoy talking to you on this show. I learned a lot. I really learned a lot. I've always been hearing about Legal Shield, and I've never really went into the details of it, but I do have some friends who have always been telling me, and I would never have the time to get into details. And I think that's an important issue. Myself personally, who love this so much, I was always interested in all the different kind of benefits that a member benefits from, and from Legal Shield. But I really never had the time to go in details to find out, because many a times it's only when,
Something
it says when
happens.
the rock hits you,
Yeah.
then you like to look at
Yeah.
it. And people don't understand Legal Shield is a sort of prevention.
It pays to be proactive.
Right.
Statistics show that if you have a problem and you address it up front, it's going to have a more positive resolution with your issue than if you let it go to where it maxes out.
So rather than someone having to get a problem and now looking to get the lawyer, that 24 hours, that day or two might be too late. You need to be a member of Legal Shield.
Correct.
And just pick the phone up and just get the issues going, because every day can put you in problems.
Or if you have the mobile app, just press the button and it'll automatically connect you with your attorney.
Wow, that is interesting. So we're saying again, if someone wants to become a member, what's the process now?
Basically, you can call me 305-343-5127. I'd like to know who recommended you, so it would be
Al Hikmat TV.
correct.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'll be happy to get you a membership and give you access to the attorneys so we could protect you and your family and business legally and from identity theft.
So businesses can also become,
Yes.
a person that got a business, a restaurant,
Yes.
a shop.
Yes.
They can also register their shop or their businesses, or it's got to
Correct.
be an individual.
No, the same way we have a membership for an individual, we have a membership for a business or an independent contractor.
Oh, so someone walks into your business, your restaurant, they slip, he or she slipped, and they want to sue you. So you call your Legal Shield,
And our attorneys will do whatever's necessary to represent you.
whatever
Yes.
is the necessary process, rather than having to look for a lawyer.
Yes, and one of the other things we provide with the business membership is we provide debt collection. We'll do a minimum of 3 debt collection letters a month with no recovery fee. And our recovery issues on debt collection is running about 60%. No recovery fee.
That is interesting. And you help businesses.
Yes, we'll do
Do
3.
that.
We'll do a minimum of 3 a month at no additional charge to you.
But that is interesting, because a lot of people got a lot of clients and customers who do not
And
pay.
they're owed money.
And this is a phenomenal idea where Legal Shield will try to get back their money.
Right. Somebody owing money that gets a letter from an attorney doesn't really give it a second thought. They call the attorney and they try to resolve it. we're at about 60% of positive results in our collection department nationwide.
Wow.
And there's no recovery fee. That's the amazing part of it.
Yeah, that's the
it's
amazing-
included in your membership.
So we're saying here, you want to be a member?
Just call me at
Call
305-343-5127, and I can make you become a member immediately.
And for those of our viewers there, as Mr. Maury Fisher said, even if you don't reside in America or Canada, but you own a property here, you own a property, you have some legal rights because you are an owner of a property.
And you have a social security number.
You have a social security number.
You can become a member.
And yeah, and you have a property here, an address here, social security number. You can become a member because there are a lot of legal technicalities that can be around you and your property. So this is where you have a lot of benefits. Well, in conclusion, what would you like to share with our viewers? And I would also like to tell the viewers, if you don't remember the number that he gave you, just call Al Hikmat TV, Al Hikmat Office, Al Hikmat Services. You can Google us, you can just call us wherever, email us, and we will pass on the necessary information for Legal Shield, so you can contact Mr. Maury Fisher and become a member. It is just 1, 2, 3, and we can get it done. So what would you like to say in the closing remarks? Time really just go. Would you believe we just got about a minute or two to conclude the program?
Thank you for allowing me to share this opportunity and necessary benefit with your congregation. I appreciate talking with you, and I look forward to working with you and your congregation members.
And I am most delighted, and just to let you know, it's not only our congregation. This show goes worldwide, nationwide, and there may be people all over America and Canada who can be contacting you to become members. And that will be a very unique thing because, you know, the population, we got a lot of Muslims and non-Muslims that view this program. Not only Muslims, but non-Muslims. But with the growth of Muslims in America, North America,
Sure.
our viewers, etc., people like to be, what would I say, like someone to refer them to someone. They like a recommendation. And hearing you on this show, Global Issues, Al Hikmat Studio, Al Hikmat TV, it gives people some more
Peace of mind.
peace of mind.
And we all need peace of mind to
excellent
live.
confidence.
Yep. Absolutely.
If, what, don't do. Here is, should I do? And we say
Right.
yes. And I must say that I have personally benefited because I've heard so much, but I've never really went into the depth because of time. And I think that's where
Sure.
Legal Shield comes in. It comes in because people don't have time to go into the detailed legal technicalities, and then they take the wrong lawyer and they spend money, they waste time, and a lot of things go down the drain. But here is a lot of credibility, a lot of authenticity, and by people becoming members of Legal Shield, it's like you don't have the time, you become a member, and that's what the legal service is all about.
Yes, it is.
So thank you very much again. It has been really a pleasure to have you on this
Thank you.
show, Global Issues. And thank you all very much for viewing Global Issues on Al Hikmat TV 24/7 online. It has been a pleasure talking to Mr. Maury Fisher, the Executive Director of Legal Shield. And as he said, give him a call, give us a call in Al Hikmat. We'll put you on to him, become a member, and you're ready to go with a lot of prevention and protection services. Thank you very much again. It has been nice being with you on the show. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.